Live from the Ancobian capital, Lumumba, the news source of the African continent, Habari Network International.
Habarigani. I'm Ochanda Gabano Koyo, and this is Habari Network International. We are a news program broadcasting from the nation of Ankobia, a first world country in Africa. We present the news that's currently affecting the African world in and out of the continent. This program is presented in English for our English-speaking Africans. We look to translate our news in various African languages in the future, but for now, we hope you enjoy our show. Habarigani. I'm Ochanda Gabano Koyo, and welcome to another episode of HNI Weekly. On this week's top stories for the week of December 20th, 2021. What a life to take, what a bond to break, I'll be missing you. The Archbishop, Desmond Tutu, has passed away. On Sunday, December 26th, it was announced that the man who, according to Nelson Mandela, was, quote-unquote, enemy number one to apartheid, passed away. Born on October 7th, 1931 to Osha and Botswana parents, Mr. Tutu entered adulthood by moving to Europe in 1962 to start his career in theology. After achieving milestones in his career of ministry, he became the Archbishop of Cape Town in 1986. Among his accolades was the Tutu Scholarship Fund, a Nobel Peace Prize, and has authored 7 books of sermons. He will be remembered as a man who tirelessly fought for human rights as well as South African rights. From HNI Weekly, we take a moment of silence. And I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. Yeah. A ceasefire in Ethiopia may come sooner than expected. Government opposition group TPLF have began to withdraw troops from northern regions in the country. TPLF leader Debretsion Gebremichael said they are starting to withdraw soldiers from Amhara and Afar regions. Ankobi ambassador to Ethiopia, Katwini Biogo, stated that talks between the two sides are still non-existent, but progress is not out of the question. This comes as last month a state of emergency call was made by Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. TPLF, known as the Tigray People's Liberation Front, retook the northern region of Tigray and made announcements that they were coming to take over the government. Since then, the Prime Minister has left office to go join the battlegrounds himself. TPLF was in power for 27 years before being ousted in 2019. Conflict between the two started after the sacking of TPLF officials in government. Ethiopia, a country in East Africa on the Horn, is home to a population of 115 million. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Anti-government protests continue in Sudan, as this week marks 3 years since mass demonstrations started, ousting the then leader, Omar Bashir, from government. After Bashir was overthrown in 2019, the government was replaced by a civilian-led government headed by Prime Minister Abdullah Hamdok. In a coup led by Military Chief General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, Prime Minister Hamdok was put on house arrest, then reinstated on November 21st. He has stressed that he wants to avoid further bloodshed and warned in a statement that the country slides towards the abyss. The Ankobi ambassador to Sudan, Kimimza Kilonzo, has managed to safely have all Ankobi nationals to leave the country. There have been successive protests since the October coup, and the Central Committee of Sudanese Doctors said that 45 people have been killed by security forces since the military takeover. Boom boom, everybody say COVID-19. Boom boom, I wanna say COVID-19. As of December 26, 2021, confirmed cases of COVID-19 from 55 African countries reached 9.5 million, while over 185,502,904 vaccinations have been administered across the continent. Of those numbers, the country of Ankobia has had 1,311 deaths with 130,000 cases. The Ankobi Disease Center has credited its high recovery rate to social distance measures and the locally manufactured Sebi vaccine. Officials in China and India have shown evidence that the vaccine can help against the Omicron variant that was discovered last month by South African scientists. The Rock Boys in the building tonight. Oh, what I'm feeling like. You ain't even gotta bring your paper out. We the dope boys of the year. Drinks is on the house. Members of the East African community began the process of admitting DRC, aka Democratic Republic of Congo, into the East African community. The meeting was attended by East African representatives Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, Museveni of Uganda, Jatelo Ogala of Ankobia, Deng Olor Kwol of South Sudan, Samia Hassan of Tanzania, and Paul Kagame of Rwanda. President Hassan of Tanzania commented in the meeting that DRC's admission to the East African community will be, quote unquote, a new milestone to the integration. She said that Tanzania is ready to work with DRC and all East African member states to further integrate. When we come back, we will be reading from this week's African proverb. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss this. Welcome back. Since ancient times, Africans have been known to speak proverbially. And here at HNI Weekly, we don't typically break tradition. Let's go ahead and pick from the jar of African proverbs.
Shake your proverbs, yeah. Show them how we do it now.
And this week's proverb comes from no particular African nation or ethnic group. And it reads, I am enthusiastic about life and ready to take inspired action on my goals. All right. Once again, I am enthusiastic about life and ready to take inspired action on my goals. As some of you may already be able to tell, I'm always enthusiastic about life. And as far as goals here for HNI, we look forward to continuing to inspire, expand, and execute on all the goals that we have planned from the beginning of episode 1. As a message for those of you that are entering into the new year, take those New Year's resolutions and make those the best, and watch at the end of the year, you'll see success. And you, sir, what is your interpretation of this week's African proverb? End of the year.
2022. We coming for you, player.
If you have your own interpretation of this week's African proverb, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell for this and other HNI Weekly videos. For more HNI content and to connect with us, follow us on all social media platforms below. Before we let you go, we want to say this. With the Western calendar year of 2021 coming to an end, we want to say thank you for making HNI Weekly News your #1 trusted source for futuristic and current news on the continent and the Caribbean. We look forward to continuing to be that for you in the years to come as we prepare to expand as a company. We work for you. For HNI Weekly, I'm Ochanda Gabano Koyo. See you next year. Signing off.